Yeah, we're gonna start off with the good ones.
Hey Rob, so today we're going to be talking about the deck list for Arcane Maelstrom, and we're going to be talking about our favorite 4 cards. Our first favorite card is 2 favorite cards because it's a partner.
All right, so we got some partners. We have a mono blue paired up with a red-green puppet dog. So the mono blue is a human wizard. It's Halden Avid Arcanist. For 2 and a blue, you get a 1/4 big Buddha wizard. He partners with Paco. We'll get to Paco in a second. And he has the ability, you may play non-creature cards from exile with fetch counters on them if you exiled them. And you may spend mana as though it were any mana of any color to cast them. All right, so you're probably wondering, well, where are these cards coming from? Where are they getting the fetch counters? That's where the puppy dog comes in. That's where Paco comes in. So Paco is an elemental hound for 3 red and a green for a 3/3 elemental hound. He partners with Halden, and he has haste. So you got a 3/3 hasty for 5. Doesn't sound good, but there's more. Whenever he attacks, you exile the top card of each player's library, and then you put a fetch counter on all those exiled cards. You get to put a +1/+1 counter on Paco for each non-creature card exiled this way. So you kind of have like this extra hand that's growing every time you attack with Paco. And in red, green, blue, it's not that hard to have extra attack phases, because red you have like Reckless Assault, and then blue you just have extra turns. And then in green, you just make him super beefy so he can attack and survive every combat. It's just like the perfect color pairing. And even if they die, it's okay. Paco comes back, he's hasty, he hits again, and Halden remembers every card that's exiled with a fetch counter. Now, you can't steal other Halden's cards. You can only like keep your Halden cards, but they're always there. So you have this extra hand with all this gas, not depleting your library that much because you're like exiling 1 card from you. That's fine, but you're getting like 2 extra cards, 3 extra cards from your opponents, and it's just gas. It's so good.
I like the elemental slobber coming out of Paco's mouth.
Oh, and he's all green and happy to be like running around, like stealing cards.
So the next card that I thought was interesting is Curious Herd. So it's 3 and a green for an instant. Choose target opponent. You create X 3/3 green beast creature tokens, where X is the number of artifacts that player controls. So this can be bad. It could be nothing, if they have nothing out, or it could be a killing. It's an instant, so you can do it at end of turn. If you just happen to be playing against someone who has an artifact deck, which there's always someone who has an artifact deck in our play group, and whether you draw this card and they're playing their artifact deck, if you go end of turn, I get 10 3/3 beasts. Like, that's almost the game right there,
Oh, I know. I mean, I have my Urza artifact deck. I have my Daretti, Scrounge in the graveyard deck. And I'm just looking at this card, just like, this will just kill me. Like, it's just like, okay, good game. Like, let's shuffle up. Let's have another.
And I love the look on these beasts' faces. They're like, oh, what's going on with this? What's this?
So curious.
What's this Urza construct? Let me sniff around with it.
I have so many nicknames for this card. All right, so our next card that Paul and I think is going to be a very fun card to play is Deflecting Swat. It is a red instant for 2 and 1 red. If you control your commander, though, it is free. It is a commander coupon. And it says you may choose new targets for target spell or ability. It's Willbender. Which is good.
I don't like that ability thing.
Like dinosaur just like flicking this lightning bolt away. It's like, no. Like, you want to exile my graveyard? No. Like, your graveyard is gone. Sorry. It's like, oh, you want to kill my creature? No. You're going to kill your own creature. Path to exile? No. So I have some nicknames for this. I have Fart Flick.
Fart?
Dinosaur, like, kind of like waving things away.
You
have Rectal Redirect. No? Oh, how about Booty Bataway?
Okay.
Tail turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then butt bend.
Butt bend.
Butt bend. That's kind of a play on bolt bend from War of the Spark. Kind of did the same thing. So.
Yeah, but it's with Calamax's butt. I think that's the winner for me.
Oh. Yeah, I'm never going to call it Deflecting Swat. No, sorry.
Okay, so here's the next card. It's Aeon Frolicer. It's a 2 and 2 blue for a 5/5 flying elemental otter. And when Aeon Frolicer enters the battlefield, if you cast it, target opponent takes an extra turn after this one. Until your next turn, you and planeswalkers you control gain protection from that player. Yeah.
It's just so strange. Like, I feel a little scared giving another person an extra turn because they get an extra draw, they get an extra land drop, they get to build their board presence. Having protection is good, but is there a way to force them to do what you want them to do? Like, force them to be crazy to the other opponents? Because, like, you have your little, like, Teferi's moat going. No one can get you.
The worst is if you give someone an extra turn and then they just blasphemous act because you and your planeswalkers have protection, but not your creatures.
Oh, so the Anarch Chronicler is fried.
Right. It's just turning the politics up to like maximum to give someone else an extra turn. If you give someone who's in first place or someone who's in second place, like the extra turn, you're really going to take attention away from yourself and make the top two players start fighting each other. I like the butt bend the most out of the ones we looked at today. Those commander coupons are so good.
I want to make a 5-color deck just so I can have all of them. All of these.
Okay, so that's it for Arcane Maelstrom. We'll see you next time.
Peace.